Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a to-do list printable. So first you got to go to canva.com, you got to make an account, and once you're logged in you're going to see this dashboard right in front of me. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go to custom size on the right top corner, you're going to click on it, and you're going to write in the 8.5 by 11. So you're going to go 8.5 by 11. And as you can see, it's already suggested as a flyer, so I'm going to click on this. Once I'm here, it's going to show a blank piece of paper, and now we can finally start making our design. And so first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a title on the top. So I'm going to go to the left side, and it says text. I'm going to press on text, I'm going to press on heading, and then I'm going to drag it to the top. And you can see this grid layout that's showing you on the outline. So I'm going to just go to the top, and I'm gonna write in to-do list. I'm gonna decrease the font size for this, and that looks good to me, and I'm gonna change the font. So the font I chose is Migra Extra Light, and so I'm gonna keep this one, and I'm gonna see if I can do it just a little bit bigger. I made it at 45. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some squares right here to make the outline for the table. So I'm gonna go to the left side, I'm going to go to elements, and let's just type in square in the search engine. Alright, so this one's perfect. I believe this one is a transparent one, so let's see if I can use this. Alright, it looks great, and the square outline is a little bit thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink it down, and what that does, it makes the outline a little bit smaller. And then now I'm just going to adjust it accordingly. I'm going to zoom in. I did Command plus on my Mac. That looks good, and then I'm gonna just copy and paste that. Make sure the outline's there. I'm gonna drag this to the left. I'm gonna copy and paste that, and I'm gonna put this on the right, and then I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna drag this to the left a little bit, make this one a little bit longer, copy and paste that again so I can get the right length, and this looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna check this out. Looks like everything's in place. Alright, so I got my 4 boxes out here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to increase the length. So let's do this. Let's just make it a little bit bigger, just so there's more space for the person to write it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much just copy and paste this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of them, and then I'm going to group them. So I'm going to press this button, group, on the top. I'm going to press on it, and then I'm pretty much just going to copy and paste this. Alright, got my layout, and I'm going to just go a little bit lower on this, just so it hits the bottom of the line. And that's pretty much it. So this is the layout right here. And now I just want to make a little bit of an accent mark right here, make this line thicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to elements again, and then let's just type in line, but the line is already showing up here, so I'm going to click on that. So the line is a little bit hard to see because it's white. And then let's see if I can make it black. So I just made it black. And I like the thickness of this, so I'm going to just keep it as it is. I'm going to put it to the top just to give it a little bit of accent color. I'm going to make sure everything's extended, so I'm going to do Command plus. And just make sure everything is at the correct length. Alright, it looks good so far. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some text on the top to indicate what to write in. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. So I'm going to do Command C, Command V. I'm going to zoom back in just to make everything's right. And then I'm going to write in to do. I'm going to decrease this to probably 18 and try to put this in the middle as best as I can. This looks about right. I want to make this slanted, so I'm going to do that. That looks good to me. And then I'm just going to copy and paste this. And then go to the middle right here now. And I'm going to write in priority level. or just priority. I think that looks pretty good. Copy paste it again, and then I'm gonna go to when. I'm gonna take out the question mark. That looks good, and then I'm gonna write in done. I feel like that looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. Center in the middle. Alright, let's zoom back out, see how it looks like. That looks pretty good. And now I'm just gonna put some details in the boxes right here. So I'm gonna put a priority right here. So I'm gonna go get a circle. I'm gonna go to elements. I'm gonna type in circle. And then I'm gonna get this one because it has a transparent background in the middle. I'm gonna click on it, and then let's drag it to the top. I wanna make this a different color. Let's just go with blue for this one. Maybe a lighter blue. I'm gonna click on this plus sign right here and then just make it lighter manually. Alright, that looks a lot better. I'm gonna decrease the size, and then I'm gonna decrease a little bit more. Okay, that looks good to me. And then I'm gonna copy and paste it. Command C, Command V, Command C, Command V. And I'm just gonna do my best to place it in the middle. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit just to see if I can make it even more centered. That looks about right. And I just noticed I'm trying to group this, and Canva is kind of hard to actually group things. See, as you can see, it's highlighting everything. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually bring this back out, and then so I can just group them together. So that looks good. I'm gonna do my best to just center these. I feel like that's about there. I'm just eyeballing it, and then let's see if I can just group it. I just highlight it, just doing left click and then just dragging it, and then I'm gonna do group. And now it's together, and I'm gonna just bring it to the bottom. That looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit bigger. And that looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna zoom out just to look at it. Alright, that looks good to me. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna duplicate it. So I'm gonna click on this since it's grouped. It's gonna click on everything, and I'm just gonna do Command C, Command V. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna zoom out just to look at everything to see everything looks correct. Everything looks good to me. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to when. I'm gonna do text, header, and then just make my own slash mark. Change the font. That looks good. Decrease it. And same thing here. I'm gonna group them first before I put it in there. I'm gonna drag it just to see what it looks like. That looks pretty good. So I just copied and pasted it. And then I'm just gonna drag this in just to see what it looks like. I think that looks okay. So I'm gonna make it grouped, and I'm gonna go to the right top, group it. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Okay, and that looks pretty good. In fact, let me just make it a little bit smaller again, just so there's more room to write. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so same thing. I'm just gonna copy and paste everything since it's already grouped. Alright, I'm finished. I'm gonna zoom back out, see what it looks like. Looks pretty good. And now the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a square for a check mark. So I'm going to go back to element on the left. I'm going to get the square one right here. And I'm going to do a different color, maybe red. So I'm going to click on this one, make it smaller, and then just drag it out. And then that looks pretty good to me. Maybe make it a tiny bit smaller. I'm going to zoom in. Make sure it's centered. And I want to make a lighter red, so I'm going to go to the colors and then plus sign. Make it a little bit lighter. Didn't change too much, so I'm going to make it a little bit lighter again. Or I can click on this one right here. And that looks good. And same thing, I'm just going to copy and paste it. All right, this is what I got. I'm gonna zoom out. My to-do list is done.